2, 1, action. Are you live?
Yep. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Friday Night Live number 8 with my guest star, Miss Darlene of Discovering Knitting. Let's see. It says we have 5 people in here right now. I see Connie and Gwen so far. There is a little bit of a lag with StreamYard in comments. They're about 10 to 15, 20 seconds until they actually show up. So there's Miss Trish Knitting Lady. Welcome in, everyone. If y'all see where I say on my banner, I'm having internet issues. It's been cutting out throughout the day. So it's either had to reset or I had to go and turn off the cable box. Hopefully, it does not have any problems while we're live. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Can I say something to Connie?
Yes, go ahead.
Connie, my laptop is fixed, so I know I have to do a live with you. Just email me, and I promise you're at the top tier of my list.
And we have Coping with Yarn. That's Lisa. Hi, welcome in. How is everyone on this Friday evening? And there's my mom.
Long time no see.
She's actually sitting over there, guys, so you might hear her talk or something. But she's also in the chat too, so. Are you able to see your comments, Darlene?
Yes, I'm reading them. You're the host, so I don't want to,
No, if you want to chime in, you go ahead. Or if you feel like you need to say something, just hold up your finger like that, and I'll acknowledge it.
The church finger.
Or however, or a hand or something.
Trisha, I miss your traveling videos when you were looking for an apartment. Oh, you were on the road. I loved your on the road videos, Trisha, the knitting lady.
Hi, Angela. Welcome in. Well, do you want to let them know about your channel?
Oh, yes. My name is Darlene. My channel is Discovering Knitting. And I started the channel to hold myself accountable to continue to knit, because once I get the hang of something, I stop doing it. So I started the channel to get the hang of knitting. And so it's a fairly new channel. August the 11th, it'll be my 1-year anniversary. And so if you go to my channel right now, I have 3 giveaways happening. A birthday giveaway, a anniversary giveaway, and a Hobby Lobby giveaway, just to give away Hobby Lobby yarn.
And Miss Priscilla of Distinctive Crochet is here. Hi. Welcome in.
I know you're in Florida. I saw you, Trisha. I saw that you organized your yarn, and it looks really good.
And Miss Linda Simpson, hi, welcome in. Man,
Hi,
it's late over there for you. That's like around, I think, 12:30 a.m. in England. Hi, Teresa Harp, welcome in.
Teresa, she did one of my, she submitted her entry for the giveaway. So good luck, Teresa.
Oh yeah, good luck. I think I blinked out there. I blinked out for a second.
Oh, is this summer where you are, Crystal?
Do what?
Is it raining or storming where you are?
It did rain a little bit, but it's cleared up right now.
I hear the thundering in my background, so that's why I'm asking. My thunder, it's about to rain here in Atlanta, so that's why I was asking.
Well, it did. It rained. Was it yesterday? The bad lightning storms. Yeah. I got a video that I'm gonna show on Monday of some lightning strikes that happened towards our front yard. I mean, it's in the distance, but man, it was loud.
Yeah,
loud.
It sounds really loud.
It was just a moving like this. It was a little freaky.
Linda, you did not throw yarn in my. That yarn wouldn't be that loud.
And Linda was going to bed, but saw that we were live. Well, thank you for coming in, Miss Linda. I appreciate it.
I'm like Priscilla. I'm usually in the bed by 7:30, like, but I've got my coffee just for you, Priscilla.
Aw.
I'm normally in bed by 9.
If I drink, I love coffee. Don't get me wrong, but if I had to drink it, it's like 6:30 here. If I drank it now and it was caffeinated, I would not go to sleep till probably like 3 or 4 in the morning.
And that's the crazy thing. I could drink a pot of coffee and still lay down and go to sleep.
Me too.
I can't. Unless I've been up for like 24 hours, the coffee don't work on me. I can't do that anymore. I am like, I just turned 35, and when I was in my 30s, I could stay up 24 hours easily and then sleep, 12. I can't do that anymore.
You're
about 13 or 14 hours me awake. That's about it.
And what's funny is the moment you realize you can't do it anymore, you'll spend one of those nights up late, and then you'll wake up the next morning and say, why am I so tired?
Yeah. All right. Just so everyone knows, I've been having internet problems. I don't know if y'all seen it on there at the bottom, but I've been having internet problems. So if this live cuts off, I'll try to reconnect. Hopefully it don't. All right. Would you like to go ahead and ask the first question?
Okay. My first question, speaking of sleep, what's your favorite time of day or night and why?
9 o'clock.
And why?
My mom's
9 p.m.
My mom just chimes in and she goes, 9 p.m. because it's bedtime.
What's your favorite time of day or night and why, Crystal?
Mine used to be nighttime, but I think now for the last 3 or 4 months, I've been getting up early in the mornings and going to bed a little earlier. So I would have to say morning time for me.
Okay. For me, for me, it's morning time. We're all women here. I think that's that perimenopausal thing. I tend to wake up like 4 o'clock in the morning and can't go back to sleep. And so I'll just start cleaning, doing something else. So early in the morning is my time. Tammy said 9 o'clock.
Hi, Ivy. Welcome. Hi, Miss V. Steele's Show Crochet and Chef is here. Hi.
Linda Simpson wants to know if Darlene knits.
Oh, Linda Simpson said,
do you knit?
Do knit shawls? I guess I missed that.
My first shawl, and it's coming along. I'm not good with following instructions, but I try. And Coping with Yarn said between 10 p.m. and midnight, because that's when she can go watch her own stuff and crochet. But I'm working on a shawl, my first shawl now. I got the pattern from an ebook from Knitpicks. So I'll probably show my progress to you guys later on down the line.
I don't know how to knit any shawls yet. I mean, I'm still very new to knitting. I can't do none of that fancy open work. I know how to knit solid and purl solid rows. I haven't learned how to do yarn overs or anything like that yet.
And you have to concentrate because with shawls, because they're lacy and they have the holes in the designs, you're yarning over, you're making one right, then you're making one left, then you're doing two together. Like I literally have to pay attention and focus. It's a lot. I applaud the shawl makers out there.
And Linda is knitting her first shawl. But she's been knitting over 55 years. Wow.
Now, Linda,
I've only been knitting last year.
How can you knit 55 years, Linda, when you're 21?
Hi, Laura Lee. Welcome in. That is fine.
Coping with yarn. When I drop a stitch, coping with yarn, I frog it back. I don't even try to fix it.
And I did hear from my winner from my fairy giveaway. So I was excited about that. I heard from her, I think, within 5 hours or so after drawing my winner. So I was like, yes, big draw.
Hey, give a shout out and ask Teresa if she received that yarn.
She's probably not in here anymore if she hasn't answered you. Teresa, if you are here, my mom wants to know if you received your yarn that she sent.
From the birthday giveaway.
From my birthday giveaway.
Linda, I cannot believe because you're looking sexy on your profile picture. Linda's like this. I'm 61 and...
This is going good.
I think Lisa Coping with Yarn knows to use a crochet hook to pick up the drop stitch, but I don't think she's figured out how to fix it yet.
And especially if it's not just a knit or a purl, it's hard to pick it up. It's a shaker's rib.
Bulky, pick it up pretty easy, but bulky.
Hi, Chris. Welcome in.
Hi, Chris.
It's easier, Lisa. It is easier to pick up a drop stitch when you use bulky yarn, but not smaller yarn.
Hi, Ivy.
Hi, Ivy. Welcome in. I know you've been here a minute. I don't know if I welcomed you in or not.
Oh, she likes the mermaid crochet. I've never seen a mermaid crochet hook.
She's gotten to making her own polymer clay hooks, and they are very neat. And she has put, like, say this is a crochet hook and this is the end. She has this little metal part, and she clips a stitch marker to it. That is creative.
Wow.
Okay.
Mermaid crochet hook?
Yeah. V, does it have a mermaid's tail on the end? Is that why it's called a mermaid crochet hook?
She said yes.
Okay, I bet that's going to be very pretty.
I know it is. I'm going to have to head over to her channel and look for it.
I will too. Have you showed them in your videos yet? or not? I frogged mine 4 times trying to do Connie's lemonade hat as my first project. Oh, okay.
Woo! I would have had a drink after that. 4 times. Linda's asking me, do I crochet? I in 2015, I picked up a crochet hook and crocheted a hat. That hat came down to here. And that's when I realized I was not smart enough to crochet.
Oh, she just finished it. So no, she hasn't showed them on her channel yet.
Okay. Well, I'll keep a lookout for when you finish. I don't crochet, but I may purchase some and do them in a giveaway with some yarn or something. Mermaid crochet hooks.
Connie is telling Lisa, coping with yarn, you are brave. Color work for your first project. I did basic beanies before I did color work. Well, crazy is as crazy does. Or like my husband says, I'm a stubborn mule.
You're just persistent.
Yeah, Lisa, you're just persistent.
Bye, Priscilla. Get some rest.
Bye, Priscilla. Thank you for coming in. Have a great night. All right, I'm going to go ahead and ask you a question.
Okay.
If you met a genie and got 3 wishes, what 3 wishes would you take or wish for?
I'm already laughing. Is Mike gonna answer?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
If I could have 3 wishes from a genie, what would I ask for?
Mm-hmm.
First wish, I would ask the genie for unlimited yarn. The second wish, I would ask the genie for I can eat and drink as much as I want and stay the same size. And then my third wish would be to have 3 more wishes.
Let's see. I didn't even think about any of my questions. Usually I'll write the answers down on the paper so I don't forget what I'm going to say. And I didn't do this time. So I guess that one wish is for my cats to age and live forever as long as I'm alive.
Okay.
2 would be as long as they're in good condition. I don't want them staying alive if they're like sick.
Yeah.
So they have to be healthy. 2, I guess, an unending supply of yarn. 3, a mobile home I could drive in, like to travel in.
Yeah. That's a good one. A tricked out mobile home with everything, all the bells and whistles.
Mm-hmm. Bye,
Chris
Linda.
said,
Thank you for coming in.
bye, Linda. Chris says he wants 3 redheads.
Go scroll back. Look at these. Lisa says rewrite some of my stupid choices that I made as a teen and young adult. Bonnie says a new house with a big kitchen. Frank to have his dream job and yarn.
Yeah.
Coping says yes, to be skinny and get to whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think she means get to eat whatever she wants.
Yeah.
Come on, it won't scroll. There it goes. Healthy lives from my friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
Trisha says, pay my bills. Agree with Darlene on 3 more wishes. Also eat what I like. Really would like some ice cream. I love to crochet. Welcome in. I can't remember your name. I know Ladybird said it at one point, but I can't remember. And Connie, I'd like to be skinny too and not have to worry about fluid retention.
Now that's the weird thing. I don't want to be skinny. I just want to stay the size that I am. And eat. And love my baby. Hi. She entered my game.
Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. So how many people here are taking part in the Bag O Day Along that is hosted by Fiber Floozy and the Paul Plug? I've submitted one thing in.
Connie. Oh, and
Well, I think you have time, Connie.
I did a pre-live before this one to make sure I would be okay, Crystal. So Ann said she's sorry she missed my pre-trial live.
Everything I did before I actually went live my very first time, I made it private and just tested it out, you know, in private. I didn't let anybody know I was going live or anything, but I just made sure it was set to private. I went live, tried to figure out what I had to do on everything, what I had to push, all that. And I just recently learned how to change the color on my screen on the names and the banner and everything.
Look, I lost the comment section and couldn't find it.
Chris said he got stuck on picking a pattern, then procrastinated. I think you have till September 30th to get an entry in for the Bag O Day Along, bought along. Oh, that's sweet, Trisha.
I know. Thank you, Trisha. Thank you, Ann.
All right, you want to go ahead and ask another question?
Okay, my second question is, if you could live during another time, what time would you live in? Like, would you be in the Romans time? Would you be in a Western 19th century? Would you be in Egyptian time with the pyramids? What time would you be in?
Hi, Stephanie. Welcome in. Let's see. That's kind of a hard one because I really like the 40s, 50s, 60s era, but I also love ancient Egyptian history. That was my favorite thing to learn about in school. So it would be probably a toss up between those because I love 50s and 60s, like doo-wop and golden oldies music. I grew up on that because of my grandfather and my grandmother. So
okay. Connie wants me to repeat the question. If you could live during any time frame, like with the Romans or in Pompeii with the volcanoes, or in the 1900s with the cowboys and Indians, or if you wanted to live in the 50s, what time would you live in? And I think for me, because I am I love these historical 16th, 17th period pieces with the wigs and the big dresses. I would do it in the Victorian times when you had the queens and kings and they go crazy and just cut off your head for any reason. Like, and the thing is, I would want to be a scurry maid.
that's also another thing I like is the Victorian times. The dresses they use are so fancy, so many layers, and the big wire skirts. Yeah. I wanted to also say, Lisa, happy anniversary. I wanted to mention that before I forgot. And Connie says probably the 50s, so I would wear a poodle skirt. Oh, she says the volume on her computer doesn't real loud, so Frank has the TV on. Tricia says after the Civil War when they were settling west. My mom says the 80s. You've already lived through the 80s. You like the 80s that much?
Yeah.
Madonna was the thing for the whole decade. It was the Madonna decade and the British invasion, because we had like Duran Duran and all those girls. Yep.
Woo!
Lisa with coping with yarn also says 50s, so she can wear those cute little dresses.
It's all about the fashion.
80s are the ancient Sumerian era.
Yep. If I can't have the 80s, then I'll take that. I'd love to go live and see those ziggurats and stuff, or Mayan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Mayan, she says. I don't know if y'all can hear her talking or not.
Yeah, we can hear her.
Okay, they can hear you.
Oh my God. Your mom is going to have me in tears by the end of this live.
There's all kind of moderators in here.
I know. I think you're a moderator, coping a moderator, Life in Stitches. Connie.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And right there, they're all moderators.
Yeah, there's like 5 moderators in here right now. Which is fine. Y'all could do the sock hop.
Yeah.
Chris says the 80s. Stephanie agrees with the cute dresses.
Mm-hmm.
And fountain sodas.
Oh, they are the best. We had one in Albert, an old soda fountain and milk thing. It was awesome.
All right, so the next question is, what is the most beautiful place you've ever seen?
Answer?
Go ahead.
The most beautiful place I've ever seen was when I was driving my son to school. It's close to Mount Airy, North Carolina, and you could see the mountains, but you're on this 2-lane highway, and it's like the mountains look like they're a million miles away, and at the same time they look close. It's so beautiful.
Mine's kind of hard to think one, but if I say, me and my grandmother went on a cruise at the end of 2019, and I had never been out of the country, and we got to go to Jamaica, Cozumel, and Cayman Islands.
Mhm.
I don't remember which one it was, but the waters were just so blue. I mean, it was just beautiful. So, and some of the views, like the scenery in the backdrop from when you're standing on the boat, just beautiful. So I would have to say, one of those three were just, I think it was Cozumel when we got there. It was very pretty. Connie says Diego Garcia. Stephanie says the beach at sunrise and sunset. Lisa says, I do love the A too, but I already lived through it, so I want something different. Dan says Garden of the Gods in Colorado.
Yes.
We've been there too. Hi, Lisa the Grammy. Welcome in.
Garden of the Gods was awesome.
Yeah. So Maui, Lisa Coping with Yarn says Maui, snorkeling in the ocean, beautiful sunsets.
Yeah.
Trisha, I have been there, Darlene. You are right. I always like the Grand Canyon. We've been to the Grand Canyon once. It's a different kind of beautiful, though. It's like a beauty you can't explain, Even though it looks like desert and rock and all that, it's still beautiful in its own way.
Majestic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Majestic.
What are you laughing at?
Look what Lisa said. Coping with yarn, Lisa.
I don't see it yet.
Oh.
Okay, it just popped up. I'm the kind that gets scared in the lake that Jaws is coming, but in Maui, it was beautiful. Didn't care there were sharks, but we didn't see them until they showed us on video under the reef. Connie's been snorkeling in the Indian Ocean. That's cool.
Yeah.
Filthy.
So how was your Friday, Miss Darlene?
My face is saying it all. It's busy season for me at work. So the school districts contact us when it's summer because that's when they're gearing up for the school year. So that's when it's busiest. And we have one girl in our department who's transferred to another department. So she's barely working. And then we have a girl who's only been there 2 weeks. And the fourth person in my department is on vacation. So I've been working 10-hour days all week. That's how I'm doing.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Hi, Margaret. Welcome in.
Yeah. How was your week?
It's been okay. I mean, I stay home a lot. I don't have a job anymore. The guy that I was working for recently passed, so I have a little bit more time on my hands. And I had worked for him for 5 years, and he passed away, I think, on the 29th of June. So, but I had been out of work. He had broke his hip. Actually, he went to the hospital for that because of problems. We don't even that his family never told us. And then he fell after he was recovering from that and broke his hip. So he never even got to go home. So I never got to go back.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
So it's okay. I mean, he was 96 years old.
Oh, okay.
He
So
was
he had
a World War II veteran. So.
Oh, okay.
But you still miss him.
Yeah, I do miss him.
Yeah, 5 years. That's a long time to, develop a friendship with someone also.
Yep. Well, my grandmother just got home. She's been gone all day. Hi. You need to call Rodney.
Did you tell his birthday yesterday?
Okay.
It just popped up on Facebook. That's how I knew. I was going to tell you yesterday when we were talking and I forgot. So you might want to tell him happy belated birthday.
Lisa says, hi, Mama. Not Ladybird, but coping with yarn.
Oh, okay.
Stephanie also says, hi, Grandma.
Yay. Mama.
Mama. Not Mama, like I say it. Mama.
I love your family, Crystal.
Well, thank you. I love them too.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I am. Lisa the me. I started at 6:30 a.m. with migraine, sinus congestion, and asthma flare-up. Wife had a VA appointment early, but took some meds and all good now. And the AC got fixed today. Well, that's good.
Yeah, it is.
Lisa the Grammy, my mom is in the chat. She probably would say, she could see you say hi to her, but my grandmother cannot. So Lisa the Grammy said hi.
I know. I just said I'm Crystal's mom.
Okay, Coping. Thank you for coming in.
Bye.
Have a good night also.
You ready for me to do my third question?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. If you could travel to space, what would you hope to find?
I'll trade for what, Mother?
I'm a big Doctor Who fan. I would want to find a TARDIS. Find the Doctor and him. Find the Doctor and the TARDIS.
I may be revealing too much, but I read a lot of those alien romance. So I think I would want to find a blue alien, a blue, green, or red alien.
Okay, you might want to repeat what your answer was. My mom and my grandma were talking to each other and it kind of cut out, so I could not hear anything you just said because they were talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I read
No,
a lot
it
of
was them.
I read a lot of those romance novels, and the way they describe the aliens, I would just want to look at them, not to kind of gawk, but to gawk, because they always have like weird horns or a third eye, something that won't kill me. A friendly alien I would want to see. Okay, Chris
Chris
says
says,
yes.
yes, Amy found the TARDIS.
Okay, wait a minute. What was it? You find what? What was the question?
Repeat the question for my mom. She missed it.
Well, and tell her the reason why.
Who, me?
Yeah.
She
I'm
wanna
sorry,
know
my
what-
mom was talking to me.
She want to know what the question was?
Yeah. She was on the phone.
Oh, okay.
My mom.
If you could travel to space, what would you hope to find?
If you travel to space, what would you hope to find?
Aliens.
Same thing I said. Connie said she needs Frank for an alien.
Okay. Hey, Stephanie sent me the pattern. She said for you and for
Lisa the Trisha says, I would love to find some aliens, but I would not call them that. It may hurt their feelings.
True.
And then Lisa the Grammy, Intelligent Life. Oh, yes, the TARDIS and Doctor Who. And you spelled it correctly. TARDIS. I know it does kind of sound funny. Time and relative dimensions in space is what makes up the word TARDIS.
Oh.
Recently, my mom has Amazon Prime, and they have all of the classic Doctor Who on Amazon Prime. So I've been watching all the older Doctor Who that I've never seen, and it's just been very, very interesting.
I got it.
And I think I've watched maybe one episode.
But at least you know what it is and who it is and all that.
Yes, but I do like the alien books, and I do read a lot of fantasy. So I don't know why I'm not into Doctor Who. It's the craziest thing.
Give it a try. Start with Matt Smith's season. He was the 11th Doctor. I think he's what got me hooked on it. Season 5, 6, and 7 with Matt Smith. And then kind of lead yourself into the rest of it. Matt Smith was one of my favorites.
Okay, I'll try that.
Car was slowing down in front of our driveway. Laura Lee said she would be back in a minute. Okay, and I guess she's back. Oh, she's back for a minute. Lisa the Grammy, her first doctor was Tom Baker. Yeah, my first doctor was Matt Smith. And then I watched the rest of this series. And right close behind Matt Smith was the 10th Doctor, David Tennant. Then was the 12th Doctor, which is I literally cried when he left the show because he grew so much on me. I didn't like him in his first season very much, but after that season, he grew on me towards the end. And then I really liked him in his second and third season. When he left the show, I cried. I cried bad. He's like, oh no. Then it turned into this female doctor, and I'm like, she's okay. She's working with terrible writing, really terrible writing, but she's doing the best she can.
I don't like her.
Yeah, my mom don't like her. But I think it's all the writing.
Yeah.
Kurt says David Tennant was really, really good too. Yes, he was. I think one of my favorite episodes of his was something midnight. I can't remember what that episode is called, but they're on the train and there's something that was outside that got in, and it's making people mimic each other. You know, I think he might know what I'm talking about, but it that was one of my favorites from him. And then the 50th anniversary special, that was pretty awesome. Two official doctors. One was supposed to be from the past, so technically 3 doctors in one episode, with a previous doctor, like I think it was the fourth doctor, and he played a small part at the end. So that was really neat.
Okay, so I have something to
I mean,
watch.
that show's been it's been running since '63.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, so let's get back to the questions. We got completely off topic here. I could talk Doctor Who all day. All right, this will be a fun, interesting question. What is the strangest thing in your...
The strangest thing in my what?
In your refrigerator?
Cat food.
Let's see what the strangest thing in my refrigerator is.
That's a good look.
Crystal, you know I'm crazy, so. What's the craziest thing in my refrigerator? I would say vegan cream cheese. I'm so weird, you guys.
The weirdest thing we have is probably 8 cartons of eggs, but we have 6 chickens that lay almost 6 every day. So to me, that's the weirdest thing in there.
Chris doesn't know me. He'll realize this is who I am all the time.
When you first got up, was there a cat sitting on your counter?
I don't know. No, there's no hat. Oh my gosh, you guys really want to see my cat? Oh no, she's down here.
I thought I saw. Is she black?
Yes. Chloe, hey Banana.
I saw the shape of a cat somewhere.
Hey Banana. Say hi. Hey Banana.
Hi, kitty cat. Oh, she's so pretty.
I would tell your guests I'm normally not like this, but I am. Sorry.
Connie says probably the fruity coffee creamer Frank got for me. It's not good either.
It doesn't sound good.
My mom says wet cat food because we give them cat food they get wet food only in the mornings, and she'll mostly feed them in the mornings. So she puts it in the fridge so it don't go bad.
Mm.
Says a jar of coconut butter. Bought it at the Daytona flea market. It is tasty. Lisa the Grammy says, there's nothing weird in my fridge. I have bacon grease in a covered bowl.
That's not weird. Bacon grease in a covered bowl is usually what you do.
Yep. Mama has some bacon grease in a cup.
Or the empty coffee canister when they had them in the coffee tin. That's what my mom used to keep it in.
You don't know why he got a fruity one. I told him to get me coffee creamer, and that's what he came back with.
Mm.
What flavor is it?
Yeah.
I usually buy like hazelnut or the original.
I only get the sweet Italian cream, no sugar added. That's my favorite.
I'm not big on French vanilla though. I'll drink anything else except the French vanilla flavor.
Yeah, I agree.
Too much vanilla.
Fruity Pebbles?
What? I have never heard of that before. You really gotta like Fruity Pebbles to have that in your coffee.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
He should have just bought you the cereal, Connie.
You could have poured cereal in your coffee instead. I mean, I have had some pretty interesting flavors, like the Hershey, Hershey type creamer, and then Almond Joy or the Reese's, but not no Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah.
Even Lisa the Grammy says, "Ew."
Now I'm gonna go out and buy it just because I want to see what Frank was thinking.
You want to go ahead and ask another question?
Oh yeah. If you could be a superhero, who would you be and why?
I'll just think on that one a second. If you know the answer, go ahead.
If I could be a superhero, who would I be and why? I think I would be Doctor Strange because he not only can time travel, but he can alter your reality and make things look like they're bending when they're not bending. He can, take you to a cold climate or a hot climate or something that's alien, extraterrestrial, and he's smart. So I would want to have the superhero powers and the brains to back him up.
That is a good answer. Made me think of the Avengers, and then my thought went straight to Iron Man. So my option would be Iron Man.
That's a good one.
If you were a superhero, what would you be? Connie says Wonder Woman. I want to turn around and turn into Wonder Woman. Trisha says Supergirl because I would like to fly. No more airports. What did you say?
Black Widow.
My mom says the Black Widow.
She's trying to take all the men away.
I don't know.
Yes. Half of them are good anyway.
She goes, half of them are no good anyway. Chris is what she said.
Oh my God.
My face hurts.
Oh my God, your mom. Oh. Now, Trisha, being
You're making
Supergirl,
me laugh.
being Supergirl, where would Trisha put her luggage?
Lisa the Grammy says Mystique.
Yeah, she was pretty to be purple. Wasn't she purple or green?
I thought she was blue.
Okay, yeah, she was.
Maybe
But
she
and she could disappear too, right, and reappear.
think so. Now you might be thinking of the green one on Guardians Galaxy. She was green.
Oh yeah, okay. Mystic was Mystic. The color Mystic, right? Blue.
Honey says I wouldn't mind turning blue. Lisa the Greenie says she could change her appearance. Trisha goes, who needs luggage? That sounds like you, Trisha.
You guys have me in tears right now.
Connie says, I know a blue woman.
Oh my goodness. Was it my turn?
All right. So the next question I got, do what?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say, what was your favorite toy growing up?
I know the answer. I don't know if they still make it, but you know how they sold the Barbies with just the head and the shoulders?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like you could put her hair accessories in the shoulder part because it had a little tray in the front. I woke up one Christmas morning and had that Barbie head and shoulders, and I played with it for 2 days straight. My mom had to make me put the thing down.
Well, I had two growing up. One was like the stuffed teddy bear, and I had that up until I think I was 17 years old. And I don't know what happened to it. I lost it.
Oh.
But my mom had given it to me. And then my second favorite thing was an old school Nintendo. I remember playing Mario Brothers all the time and Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
Trisha loved her Barbie doll, and Lisa had a panda bear.
Mm-hmm.
I also loved Barbies. I remember when I had the teddy bear, I named him Honey because he was a bear. And when I was like 17, his head would kind of, do this number because it was so loose because of the stuffing in the neck.
Oh.
Was like thinned down.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember that much.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody got any more answers?
I was wondering what Chris' answer was, but I don't know if he's still here.
It shows we have 11 people here. We got 3 people's answers. That's it.
Chris
Oh,
said,
there's Ivy and
yeah.
Chris. And Chris said stuffed animals. Ivy says, I'm going to be weird when my favorite toy was a cedar chest. I would fill it with what I wanted for when I got my own. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I still have that cedar chest. Aw. I have a cedar chest that my grandfather made me, I think, 2 Christmases before he passed. And he used to do woodwork. And he quit doing woodwork. That was the last piece of thing he ever made because he had COPD real bad. So he couldn't do it anymore. And I still have that.
I would love to get a cedar chest.
V says Barbie's for her. Lisa says I played outside mostly. Margaret says baby doll with a stroller. Aww. V says I love to go and play at the river and swim all day. Aw, that's neat. Where we used to live when I was a kid, we were closer to Galveston. Now we're further away from it in Texas. But where we lived there, they would have lightning bugs like crazy. Fireflies,
Yes.
And in the summer. Here you might see 1 or 2 every so often. I miss those too.
I used to catch them in my hand when I lived in South Carolina, and then do the eye thing where you watch them glow, but you didn't want to let them go.
You know what the interesting fact is about fireflies? There's over 2,000, over 2,000 species of fireflies. And also another interesting fact is there's 6 different patterns that they can use that they light up their behinds. Sets of flashes, and they're actually mating calls. That the flashing light is a mating call for the female.
So I was preventing him from having some special time.
Anne says, I too played house with the sister. Ivy says, hard to find them. I hope you get one. I want to get my granddaughter one. Lisa says, yes. Interesting. My grandmother actually has one that my grandpa made. Late 90s, I think. And it is huge. I mean, it's like probably, I don't know, 3 feet long this way, and then maybe about 2 feet tall, or maybe somewhere around it. It's big. It's enough to hold all our quilts and stuff in.
Yeah. And I didn't know cedar chests were used for quilts and everything. Mm-hmm. I had no idea why they were at the foot of the bed, but people used to store their quilts, which makes sense because in the winter when it's chilly, you just pull out the quilt and throw it on your bed. I had no idea that's why cedar chests were made.
Yeah. Mommy says she just walked back in and she goes, I changed my superhero to the Phoenix.
That's a good one.
You want to go ahead and ask another question?
Okay. This one kind of corresponds with, do you act your age or your shoe size?
Probably my shoe size.
I think I'm more, I can try to be funny sometimes, but I think I'm more serious. So I would probably say I probably act my age.
I act my shoe size, as you guys can see.
Chris says shoe size. My mom says shoe size, and Margaret says both.
It depends on the situation, actually.
Yeah, she just made a good point. She goes, it depends on the situation, actually. Connie says I probably my shoe size. I like to get silly and goofy. Ivy says, not sure how 58 years old are supposed to act. And Chris prefers the shoe size, though. Mm-hmm. Now, I do get, I'll joke around sometimes, but I think for the most part, my style of life and how I grew up, I think it made me act more serious in life, though. I think I'm too serious almost.
And see, for the same reason is why I don't act serious at all.
You laugh a lot, Darlene.
I
But
do.
she does.
I don't try to, but I find everything funny.
Tricia says my shoe size is only 6, and I don't act my age either, whatever that means.
Well, you guys, I don't know, but like I find that women, when I was growing up, who hit their 40s, it's almost like they stop doing anything. Nowadays, it's kind of changed where you got women in their 40s and 50s that are still active and stuff. But like back in the day, 70s and 80s, when women reach their 40s, they kind of just stop. So I said I would never be like that.
I think it's good for your health.
Yeah. My brother he laughs more than any person I've ever heard. And he laughs so much, sometimes it gets on my nerves. Because I'm like, how can someone find something that funny and laugh all the time? And I'm like, I just don't get it. I mean, it just, okay. I was reading the comments. All right, let's see. Would you rather have 10 hobbies or 1 passion?
Mm. That's a hard one. I'm gonna say 10 hobbies. Yeah, passion can kick rock.
I think I would say with that too.
I'm laughing at Chris's comment. Oh my God.
Everybody's saying 10 hobbies but me.
You see, it's just now coming up on my screen. Mother never stopped doing things, and she was my only example. And Connie will say 10 hobbies. And Chris says, already have 10 hobbies. My mom is the only one that said passion. One passion.
We like to switch it up. Everybody who picked the hobby likes to switch it up.
Margaret also said 10 hobbies. Look, I got a different one here. Tricia says one passion. Maybe one passion to share my 10 hobbies.
Are you 73, Mother? Or 72? Me. Because
Yes, Chris, you are right.
I said my mother has always been like that. She is still always going at 73.
Yeah, my grandmother mows the yard. She still gets out, will work in the garden. She will
Yeah.
clean house. I mean, she's real active.
Yeah. That's good.
She don't stop. She goes to town almost every day.
Mow the grass.
I've said
She
that.
said mowing grass.
Mow the grass, flower beds, canning, quilting, sewing, baskets, crochet, knit, taking care of medical people, all over the place, cleaning the house, etc., etc., etc.
That's how I want to be.
Yep.
I aspire to be like you one day, Grandma.
Aw, Darling says, I aspire to be like you one day, Grandma.
Oh, and I forgot to couponing.
And she does couponing.
Serious.
Serious couponing. And we do, okay, what we call like what work men should do, you know, because we don't have a man that lives around here except my brother, and he's not very good at like fixing things, or, you know, like if a pipe bursts, we have to fix it, or
Take care of chicken.
I take care of the chickens, but stuff like that, you know, or weed eating and
Paint the house.
paint the house, stuff men would do. We call it men crap, but we have to do it. Oh, Anne has to go. Thank you, Anne, for coming in. I hope you have a good night and a great weekend.
Patricia said that's because she has a great name. Go Patricia. Patricia's name is Patricia.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, my grandmother's name is Patricia, and Trisha, the knitting lady, is also Patricia, but she goes by Trisha. So they're both Patricias.
Stephanie's still here?
I think she may have left. I hadn't seen her comment in a while, so she did say she was only going to stop in for a minute, though. If she did leave, I didn't see if she said she was leaving. Oh, hi, Brenda. Welcome in. We got about 15 minutes left, so I'm glad you could make it.
Hi, Brenda.
It's your turn to ask a question, huh?
Okay. What song best describes you or your life?
Oh, wow.
Relearning everything and learning to cope with it.
Really? I'm going to answer that.
I didn't hear
Is there
you.
one about like being busy?
My answer, because I'm going to the corn concert in 3 weeks, did my time. That's how I feel about everything now. I did my time. I'm done.
I'll
When
have to
people
look
come,
up that song.
yeah, it's essentially a song about I wanted to try it. I knew what I was getting into it, but I've done my time. I'm done. So that's kind of how I am nowadays. People say, you want to hang out? I did my time when I was 20. No. We want to come visit? No, I did my time when I was younger. You want to do this? No, I did my time. All I want to do is sit and knit.
My Way. Are you talking about the My Way, It's My Way or the Highway or whatever?
I did it my way. Is that the song, Trisha?
Hi, Mel's Crochet Corner. Welcome in. Good night. Are you leaving? Relearning to live with my new self. No, she said if you had to pick a song that described your life.
Oh,
I still don't know. I don't know what song would describe my life.
I love that one, Trisha. Okay, it was the I did it my way. I think it was Frank Sinatra. I did it my way.
I just thought of one. Buddy Holly,
Every what?
every day by Buddy
Ah,
Holly.
ah.
Going faster than a roller coaster. Yeah, I can't remember all the words, but I have that in my head right now.
Okay. Fight song. I've never heard. Who
Morning
sings
show,
it?
like,
Ivy.
Ivy, thanks for coming in. Have a good night and a great weekend.
Do you know the fight song Connie's talking about, Crystal?
Not really.
Let me look it up. Yeah, they say it's a song by Rachel Platten and a song by Kids Bop. I'll have to listen to it after this live.
All right, this was the part of the song every day that I was thinking of. Every day, it's a roller coaster. Getting closer, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way. Every day seems a little longer. Every way, love's a little stronger. Come what may, do you ever long for true love from me?
Aww.
And let me see if I can find out when that's 1958.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay.
Have you been here?
The Winner Takes It All by ABBA. I like ABBA too. They were one of my grandfather's favorites too. Their group. Mama likes them too. Thank you, Chris. What are we talking about? We are talking about what did who asked the question, I think. Oh yeah, it was why don't you go ahead and repeat it?
What song describes you or your life best?
I got a short waist and long legs. My waist and my feet are long. This is the lyrics on.
It's not, as Lady Bird always says, it's not that kind of channel. Okay. My mom wanted to give y'all the lyrics. Yes, it is Buddy Holly, Trisha. Okay, she wanted me to read a few of the lyrics from The Winner Takes It All by ABBA. I don't want to talk about things we've gone through. Though it's hurting me, now it's history. I've played all my cards, and that's what you've done too. Nothing more to say. No more ace to play. The winner takes it all. The losers standing small. Besides the victory, that's her destiny. That's her getting over her stroke.
Oh.
Hi, welcome in, Ilse. I forgot how to pronounce your name. Ilsa? I don't remember. Sorry. Isella?
Elzala?
You're going around in circles, had vertigo all week. Very, very careful with that. That happened to my mom a couple of months before her stroke, so be very, very careful. But it may not be anything. But that's what happened to her. She had vertigo for a little while, and then 6 months later, I think she had a stroke. Isella. Okay.
Isella.
Isella. Okay.
I apologize. I hate when I mispronounce someone's name.
I do too.
Oh.
Oh, that's good to know. Hers is inner ear fluid.
You know, I used to work for a lady, and every time she flew, she would get inner ear fluid, and her doctor would prescribe her steroids.
Huh.
Yeah, I thought that was weird.
Maybe
But
medicine if your work was mine wasn't that.
Oh, my mom said they gave her medicine for that, but it didn't work because it wasn't the inner ear fluid stuff. In My Head by the Psychedelic Furs. I've never heard of them before.
yeah. Okay, yeah, she said.
I don't see no psychedelic photos.
It's Chris's comment.
Oh, it says message retracted. That's why I don't see it.
Oh, I still see it, even though he deleted it. Yeah, either steroid or decongestant.
I'm gonna have to go eat here in a minute.
Well, we got like less than 5 minutes, so we're almost through. I got 3 questions left, but I want to ask. I think I'm going to skip out of order and ask a certain one.
What was that?
Would
Oh,
read something? Would you rather be able to control time or be able to know what people are thinking?
what people are thinking.
I kind of know what people are thinking all the time anyway. Like right now, Crystal, you're thinking this was a good live.
Well, not at this moment, yes, but I have thought this was a pretty good live.
I think I would want to control time.
That's exactly what I was going to say too. So,
Perfect.
My favorite genre of anything is science fiction. So, anything to do with space, yeah.
And see, I like Doctor Strange because I'm into this whole metaphysicist type thing, crystals and sage burning. So I can feel energies. So I would say time.
Chris says control time. My mom said them. She said what people are thinking, and then later on it says and control time. Chris also said, well, now she is. Okay.
Teeny weeny.
Brenda says, control the time. I don't care what people think.
Chris must be a Doctor Who fan.
I think he is, yeah. Or he just knows a lot of the terms used in Doctor Who.
He's been a lot of Doctor Who references.
Time. Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey, big ball of space stuff. I can imagine the 10 doctors saying it like that.
Oh, more galactic.
I'm also a big Doctor Who fan, so yeah, but I do like Star Trek, but not as much as I love Doctor Who. But it's like, here's Doctor Who, here's Star Trek. They're real close. If I could combine the two, I'd be set for life.
I'm not the news, that news, by the way.
Isla, who was your favorite Doctor Who doctor? Since she said she's a big Doctor Who fan, I want to know. Mine was in this order: then the 12th. But I'm just now getting to recently watch all the old classic Doctor Who. So once I actually go and watch all of it, I'll let you know who my classic Doctor Who favorite was.
She wants to know if you needed a fourth scarf.
Oh, I haven't. No, I don't know how to knit very, very well, but I have thought about crocheting one before.
Is that the one that wears the long?
It's like 12 feet long,
Yeah.
12 or 15 feet long, something like that. It's a really long scarf.
One of those Lenny Kravitz scarves.
Actually, she's knitted one.
Have you knitted one? I bet you have. I had my grandmother knit me a
Yeah, she knitted one.
The series is going right out of my head. Harry Potter scarf in the colors of Gryffindor, the maroon and the gold. For the new Who, she likes Peter Capaldi, and yes, she has. Aw. I cried when Peter Capaldi left. I cried when Matt Smith left. So, you want to ask the last question and then we'll wrap up?
Oh, sure. The last question I have, if you could retire anywhere in the world, where would you retire and why?
Probably Scotland or Ireland, because I think from what I've seen, it's been beautiful. But or maybe in England, somewhere in the country.
You took my answer. Oh my gosh. I've always imagined that if I ever came into a lot of money, I would go to like Scotland, Ireland, or the countryside in England and have like a cottage house with a garden. Oh, that would be dreamy. Oh,
I've always wanted to visit Ireland, Scotland, England, and Paris, France. So.
Mm-hmm.
My mom says Ireland and Scotland. Her ancestors are from there. Brenda says Ireland and Scotland because her ancestors are from there.
Okay, well, everybody pack up and let's go.
Isla says Santa Fe, all the good artisans there, in a small adobe house with a little bit of land. Aw. Chris says Scotland or Ireland. Yes, great choices.
And you know, I traced because on my Cunningham side, on my mom's side, they're Irish. Like I have white Irish people in my family that look white. And I traced, yeah. So I'm Irish too, Tammy. We can do this.
Ooh, yes, we can.
She goes, woohoo, yes, we can.
But all the Irish on my side are alcoholics. So we can't take this.
Isla says, oh, wait, I'm already retired. I guess I'm stuck with El Paso. Hee hee.
Fellow Texan.
Yeah, you're a fellow Texan. Well, hello, Texan. Wait, is there another El Paso in a different state? Okay. Okay. I thought about that after I said it. I'm like, oh man, that's going to be terrible if I'm stupid. There's like there's an El Paso you know, like there's a Paris, Texas and a Paris, France.
Mm-hmm.
We also have Norwegian blood.
Sweden, yes, another great choice. Connie has Swedish in her blood. She
Okay.
was born and raised, so are we.
Okay.
Born and bred Texan.
Mark.
Hi, Marquita. Welcome in. We're actually fixing to wrap up. We just asked our last question. We're just waiting to read all the comments that come in.
Prince
And
Edward.
Brenda says, or go to Prince Edward Island. I have no idea where this is.
I've heard of it.
It's over by England.
Oh, okay. It's by England.
So it's all of us. We basically want to live in the country, on the countryside.
It's part of the British Isles. Part of the British Isles.
Something to Canada.
Okay. I was buying ice cream. I hate that I missed y'all's live. Missed it all. Y'all. Missed y'all. Oh, Trisha's been to Ireland, Wales, England, etc. She says it's beautiful. Would choose San Diego, California, but can't afford it.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I love Anna Green
And
Gables.
then Green Gables was filmed there. Yeah, it is expensive in California, is what I've heard. Alrighty, is there anything you'd like to say, Darlene?
Just head over to my channel because I currently have a video up where I'm giving away 3 prizes: a crochet kit that includes 2 skeins of yarn, crochet needles, measuring tape, scissors. I have a knitting kit for a hat for anyone who wants to learn to knit. It comes with patterns, needles, and 2 skeins of yarn. And I'm also giving away some Hobby Lobby yarn. So if you want a chance to win, head over to my channel, Discovering Knitting, and get some yarn.
Hey, tell Isla to drop the link.
Connie, can you drop Isola's link before? If I get on YouTube, I have noticed if you're on a laptop and you have a browser open that's YouTube, then it makes everything real laggy.
She only
So
has 70 subscribers. Everybody needs to
yeah,
find out
go check out her channel, everyone. Bye, Margaret. Thank you for coming in. I want everyone for coming in and joining us. I hope y'all have a great weekend. And yeah.
Bye.
Y'all have a great night. Bye.